a very joyous Friday to everyone.
I can't believe we're doing this. I'm so excited.
It's like Christmas came early this year. I'm not going to lie. So Kathryn Eipl, welcome back. And Justine Almaraz.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
I told my wife about it, and I don't think she know. I was like, I think Matt and I were low-key crushing on you too.
Yes.
But like, I was like, she said the funniest fucking thing, hon. Yeah. And I mention it all the fucking time now.
Yeah, and the amount of times Mongolian throat singing has come up in conversations since our chat has been fucking astonishing. Like it's like wow, who knew that could be worked into conversation that much?
It's completely in my algorithm on every platform as well right now. Like I'm on like Chinese Red Note. Yeah, and that's coming up all the time.
Oh man. So yeah, just to kind of lay the pavement for anyone who didn't hear this before, Kathryn and I and Tom had an awesome conversation, and this fucking conversation about Mongolian throat singing came up. And to this day, Kathryn, you might have the funniest line. It's like, my tattoo artist is in the Mongolian throat singing. Tom was like,
I stopped. I fucking trained. I pulled the brakes on that train. We jackknifed cars. It was horrible. Yeah. And I was like, hold on.
Wait, pause everything that we were about to talk about.
That was the most yoga instructor phrase that has ever come out of anyone's mouth.
Yeah. So then when the opportunity to talk to the throat singer herself came up, you know what I mean? Like we jumped at the opportunity to kind of get you on and hear more about what you do. And it turns out you're fucking really good at tattoos. So like there's also that. Like, so, you know.
Well, you have to, I have never attempted Mongolian throat singing ever.
End episode. No.
Yeah. God damn it, we're out.
Just be cool. Just growl a little or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
I was really into it for that week. And I moved on, but this became this thing. And Kathryn went deep into sound and combining that with tattoo work, that that was kind of like the spark for us collaborating in this really cool way.
So saying you were into it for that week is the second most quintessential yoga teacher thing I've ever heard, right? It's like,
I feel that's more of an ADHD quality right there, right? Well, if I'm reading that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for that week, and she just so happened to tattoo me during that week, and then we were like, this is like kind of interesting to receive a tattoo and to also tattoo while listening to throat singing. So that opened up the door of like, well, what are the possibilities here?
And then Tom forwarded shortly after our show to our chain, what was it?
It was a guy from University of somewhere talking about
Rage Against the Machine. That's what it was. Mongolian throat singing for Rage Against the Machine. All right, Tom will be back in a second.
Oh no, you embarrassed Tom. He left.
No, he left. Yeah, no. Actually, you know what happens? He gets so excited he hits the cord on his computer, it disconnects the internet, and he goes away for like 30 seconds while he comes back and he's gonna shoot back on and be like, God damn it, this fucking cord. Anyway. But so I guess while we're waiting for him to come back, Kathryn, what have you been up to? And Justine, whoever wants to go first, we want to hear all about you too. So like, whoever wants to go, let's just find out more about
it. I guess let's talk about where this kind of started. Like Kathryn was first a tattoo client of mine.
Right.
And we reconnected a few years later. She gave me a sound bath. And it blew my freaking mind. I mean, I've been in this like, the hippie yoga world, right? Then went far out of it. Like, I don't want anything to do with that kind of thing.
Like, would you become an accountant or something? I mean, what do you? Yeah, I mean, like
not on all this stuff.
Okay.
But now I'm pulled back in because Kathryn does this. And she's just an incredible sound musician in general. And this, I mean, I've heard some sound baths. I've heard some some weird stuff, some Mongolian poetry, right? This sound that comes from Kathryn is extraordinary, and it blew my freaking mind and took me to another place. And while she was doing it, all I could get were visions of me tattooing somebody while she was doing the sound. And I kept kind of like planting seeds with her over a couple of years, and now we're finally doing it with people. And it changes her vibration that she makes. Change the way I freaking draw. Changes the way art. It's blowing my mind. So I'm really digging into research around this stuff right now. So Kathryn knows more about the research on it and the scientific stuff on it. So I
guys,
think
Tom, can I
say the Monday night conversation we had? Yeah, do it. You do it.
So Kathryn, we talked a little bit about cosmic coincidence and not cosmic coincidence. Like it's not like we kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. And we literally on Monday of this week had a guest on who literally has a giant 25-foot diameter UFO looking thing.
The real fluffy
bath,
cloud.
2,000 people at a time. It's called the real fluffy cloud.
And he calls it a 15-ton sound bath. And Matt, are we going on Monday? We're going on Monday to kick the tires on this thing.
Yeah.
And so
can I come too?
Are you anywhere near Washington, D.C.? If you can get to D.C., then yes.
I mean, I'm not near it now, but I could get there.
5:30 p.m. on Monday, we are going to be in D.C. at the press tour.
This found its way into my algorithm, I'm assuming, because of your conversation with us. And we're sitting there and he goes, can I bring my neuroacoustic engineer on? And we're like, yeah, totally. That sounds like a real profession. And like, dude's just like a nice English dude, real nice dude, but he's not talking about like his experience. And the guy that designed the real fluffy cloud goes, yeah, he's not talking about himself right. You know the Calm meditation app that's on everything? He wrote the music for that. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what? Yeah. What?
No way.
So this guy starts talking about 33 hertz sound, and all of a sudden I made one comment. What was it about Giza?
Oh, yeah, he's been in that pyramid,
It's the King's Chamber. He goes, I made sound in the King's Chamber around 33 hertz. I was like,
wait, well, 133. 33 is the one that makes women orgasm, apparently, on the hood of cars.
Oh, okay. Got it. On the hood of cars. Right. He did talk about that.
You guys must have had a very interesting conversation with this man.
He's coming back.
He's coming
specifically
back on the
show,
just him, specifically to talk about the nerdy science, the science of the sound, because he is as deep as any human I've ever met into why this shit is happening. So Justine, you were saying you're digging into it. We'll turn you on after the show to this dude's research. This cat's all over the internet. He's not, and his shit is fucking next level. Next level. It's fucking so fascinating. I can't even tell you.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to dig into that stuff.
Yeah, and it's funny because he now has basically the toggles on a 15-ton speaker, which isn't even a speaker really. It's more almost like a what would you call it? An antenna for natural
It's so
sound.
weird. He took the frequency, so our hearing frequency, and he went about 10 to 15 hertz below. So 35 hertz is about what we start feeling and not hearing. He can bring that down to like 20. And that's like where a waterfall sounds real, because that vibration is happening, not the actual sound of the water hitting that we hear. And you're like in a zero gravity chair under this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's interesting about this actually, and how it ties to something Tom and I check every woo-woo box on what we've talked about so far, but here's where the nerd side really kicks into high gear. You can do frequency therapy tests in real time, because the way their music works, it's non-directional. So if you're in the orbit of this speaker thing, this UFO, this fluffy cloud, 2,000 people fit in gravity chairs.
Well, he's doing 20 for that, for the closer ring. but those, you know, those waves travel at a certain distance, especially the lower ones, they're pretty long. So he has it mapped out where like, okay, here's one row, here's the next, here's the next, here's the next. You know, and the closer you are, the more intense the experience is, which is freaking nuts. And then the whole thing has LEDs on the inside, and it'll
so you're visually kind of off too. But what's interesting about it is you can say with absolute surgical precision that if you want to play with 33 hertz to find out if it gives people orgasms, then you can do that with 20 people at a time that are all experiencing the literal exact same thing because of the way the sound is proliferating. So it's like a tool that's never been around. You've never even been able to test this shit. So they're putting HRV monitors on people.
Yeah, they're actually
EEGs
doing science around it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's fucking wild shit, man.
Yeah, I was reading that this certain sounds can decrease inflammation in your body. And
And that's the kind of stuff he wants to play with this. Like, you know, like, you know, I don't know if you can get CRP results in a blood test before and after, like if it's that, you know, fast, but like technically, I mean, HRV, you definitely get in real time. I mean, any EEG stuff, you know, you can get in real time. You know, I mean, so there's a lot you can actually do. You want to throw like a relaxation tone at somebody and watch their vagal nerve go nuts. Like,
and they can actually play a pure delta tone. It's not, it doesn't even have to be a binaural thing where you're, you know, you're playing with each ear. They can actually create that wavelength, which is nuts. Cause he said, you know, while he's composing, you know, it's, you know, the middle of the night, you know, he's an artist, he's working at night, and all of a sudden he's sitting there drooling while trying to figure out the composition because it's working, which is super cool. Crazy.
Yeah. They were playing it in a sound check and the whole staff started yawning at the same time. He's like, what's oh, I got it. Like, it's like,
oh, it's me. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, that's it. So Justine, like, so where's that leading you? Like, what is this reinvigorating? It feels like you've quit your accountant job and you've moved back into the woo-woo zone. Yeah.
This would have been much easier, but no, I've been, so much more inspired in my tattoo work. I've been tattooing I'm going on 17 years now, and now doing this level of work with Kathryn is like taking it seriously to a whole nother level, and the experience we're able to provide someone is essentially pain-free now because Kathryn can play tones that make pain go away.
Oh, wow. So yeah, talk to us about that, Kathryn. What do you got going on here?
Yeah, so while Justine is tattooing them, so first we have like a little intake with them where we meet them beforehand to learn what their intentions are with what they want to create with this tattoo, this work of art that they want on their body. And I take all of that into consideration as we get closer to the actual day of tattooing. So then I incorporate all of that as I'm playing. And we'll do, you know, a little recap of it the day of, like right at the beginning. Justine starts to draw it on, and I just start playing while she's drawing, like stenciling it on. And so that shifts how she's channeling this art. So it actually comes out a little different than if she were to just do it without my sound component. And that creates this sacred container where you have not just one person focusing on the intention behind this tattoo. You have 3 people all at the same time putting their energy and their intention and effort into this creation. So it's intensifying and amplifying the energy, and all of that comes through as I'm playing. And the studio space that Justine has is very acoustic. So even I already play on the louder side. So playing the way that I play, it just radiates off all of the walls in the room. So it sounds even louder. And I kind of wonder how many people can hear it in the building who aren't in that space. But what we find happens is that the tattoo needle is essentially like the portal for this intention into the person's skin. And so not only do they feel the needle, but then through that point, that's where the sound concentrates. So then it starts to vibrate throughout their whole body. So it's almost as though the tattoo needle is the primer for the sound to go even further in to the person and shift their cells. Because in a sound bath, you're shaking up the individual water particles within the cell. So you're actually starting to restructure the physical composition of the cells. So now that there is something that's creating a little, not incision, but a little point of entry, the sound can go further. And someone even said that the needle was the portal, and the vibrations just entered and like flooded their body as they were getting the tattoo.
That's fucking awesome.
Now, I've
got technical questions for the tattoo guy.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
Go for it.
Are you freehanding, drawing on the body, or are you using a stencil and then putting it on? You freehanding?
No, I'm freehand the design on the clean
that's
screen.
Awesome. And then do you adjust the rate? Because I know you can adjust how fast and slow that tattoo gun goes, or machine, sorry. But so I'm wondering if you could do, even if you can't slow it down enough to match like one of these big crystal bowl things, if you could do a harmonic of that. Like, okay, cool, we know, maybe this is playing middle C 440. What if I did, I can't get it that slow, but if I did a faster hertz that was in that frequency, I mean, like for years I thought about like working with one of my tattoo buddies about like, look, somebody wants to come in, let's do something on the acupuncture channels around those points with the theme of that channel to like help that person if this is a constitutional imbalance. And it sounds kind of like Kathryn found a real fucking sexy way to do that with sound,
Yeah, that's essentially what's happening. So what I noticed over years of doing this kind of work, because before Kathryn, I would sit in a meditative state with the clients and run them through a guided meditation. And in silent moments, I start to get visuals of designs flowing around them based on each person's individual energy. So I got real tuned into that kind of stuff. Now we're adding in sound from Kathryn, and then also the feeling that the person has of where the tattoo needs to go on their body is connecting to like what you're talking about, where the ailment is or where they feel that it's usually where they're holding some tension of some sort, or part of their body almost has an itch in it that needs to be scratched, and they'll feel relief in the other part of their body that I'm not an acupuncturist, but it's usually the opposite limb, lower limb or something. Let's say we're doing the left arm.
That's a common cross thing. Yeah. And there's so many connections. Whatever you said, I would have had an explanation for it. Like that's how interconnected everything is. But that is one of the most common one, treat, the left elbow from the right knee kind of thing.
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
Clients. Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So that, the drawing experience is really cool. So they tell me their intentions. They're telling me where they want it. And sometimes they'll say, I want it to flow. I want it to be organic. I want it to be geometric and bold, or really soft and light. Basically, essentially, that's it. Then I tune into all those things, and then Kathryn starts playing, and the way that I'm painting comes out completely different than when I do it to some ambient music on.
Can you throw any color behind different? Like, what does that mean? Can you?
Yeah, different. I have sort of a style, right? There's an abstract, organic flowiness that comes through when I create. the way that the designs I'm noticing are changing seem to be, they have a different kind of geometric order to them that feels real different when it comes out, and also looks like it looks different than anything I draw. So they're like sort of linear, they curve in different ways, there's different there's a different structure to it. It's a little more structured.
You know,
It's
you're
real
almost
different.
describing what like somatics, right? When they play something, you know, and they'll have like a tray with sand on it, and that frequency causes a specific pattern to form almost every time. It's kind of crazy.
So when you're describing this with tattoos, but I know you do a lot of other artwork as well. Have you ever tried this in like painting or something like? And if so, have you noticed a similar shift to different from not?
I have not tried it, and I think what's really important to just put out there is that the Kathryn needs to be present, or someone making the music.
It's got to be live,
physically present. So. Gotta be in the same room to hear the true vibration, to feel the vibration. And so we should definitely try that.
Yeah.
We just went straight into doing the tattooing.
Well, the tattoo does make sense. I mean, I guess a tactical question, Kathryn, how long can you keep this up? If Justine's got like a 9-hour tattoo, does this work?
Yeah, so this is something that we've actually been playing with, of course, as we have this offering. And what I typically have been doing is, you know, if I know, Tom, you said that you had a lot of tattoos, but Matt, if you've ever gotten tattooed,
I have 0 tattoos.
Well, I've got this experience. You should really try it.
I was gonna pitch this later. Matt and I are trying to figure out the roadshow version of this, and we're gonna start with some local Baltimore things, but I would love to come out and like do a 3rd episode, and you can tattoo me. We just got to find some real estate and do the whole thing. I would fucking love that. No.
I'm down.
I just don't want to end up in court one day and have to explain. Well,
what about the neck?
I've got some ribs, and I'm assuming we're not putting numbing cream on, and I got some pretty good real estate on the legs.
We do have numbing cream as an option if you want that.
Now, you said, though, that like the vibrational component of this has some anti-pain.
I would rather try that.
Talk to me about that. Like, do you even need it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me look. I found something on that. Kathryn, what do you know about it? Because I'll pull this up.
Yeah. Well, the way in which I play, it happens without me even really thinking about, I need to create this specific tone, right? I've been doing sound healing for so long, and I'm very attuned into that practice. So it's when I start sitting at the bowls and I just start playing, I don't even think about the other things. I'm just so focused on the sound, and I don't have to think about, this comes next, this goes. But the way that I play and work with it is that the sound goes to the area that feels like the most dense or the most tension. So when you have something that's, aggravating the skin, which is what the needle is doing, that's where the sound is starting to go and resonate through.
Right.
So instead of feeling pain, you're really feeling the vibration enter through the skin, go down into the muscle or the bone, depending on where the tattoo placement is. And aside from, I knew that that sound has the ability to help with pain, joint inflammation. When I do sound healings and sound bath events, I had a client who would travel about 3 hours both ways to come to one of my sound healings because she had she has a lot of autoimmune illnesses, and chronic pain is just a part of that. So she would come because she would say that 1 hour with me, she would be pain-free for 2 weeks following that. And she's like, I'll sit in the car, I'll face traffic if it gives me pain-free for 2 weeks. And so with the tattoo process, you're not focusing on that pain. That pain is kind of dulled because there's so much other stimulation that your brain is already trying to comprehend.
That is super interesting, actually. I mean, and as you lay that out, it kind of makes sense. Weirdly, like I'm like, oh yeah, that does check. I don't know why it checks, but like it kind of makes sense logically. But it's interesting that it's happening at all. That, you know what I mean? Like that's actually
so. How long has the longest session you guys have done? Because it sounds like, right, like I had my thigh done, and there was a newbie out front who was panicking. And I made some joke to Joe, my artist, and then I passed out. Like I just went to bed. And that's the easiest tattoo I ever had. Believe me, I bit through the palm of my hand when he started working on my back. That's when I started using numbing cream, was my last tattoo on my back. But he, you know, the shop girl, I hate using that term, but that's what they introduced her as, came back and she goes, you just made that woman's day. She was panicking out front and she heard you snoring. But you know, there's that time where everything kind of goes numb and you're riding those endorphins and you're just kind of going. But then when you push past that, and for me, it's about like 4 hours. Like that's the longest I could probably ever sit, where I'm like, fuck, now I'm feeling every one of those individual pokes. Have you hit that wall with this, or do you feel like it's extended with the sound?
So the longest that we've done, I think the session was maybe about 6 hours, but it was about like 4.5 hours of actual tattooing, because there is the integration at the beginning, just really getting set on the intentions, and then at the end, we leave time to talk, see how they're feeling, and of course people may want breaks. And so the way that I've been working with the sound is that when they request a break, I also take a break from playing.
Sure.
So then it's like, okay, we're just going to pause. There's a lot of energy. Justine's able to take a break, do some hand stretches. I'm able to do the same. And then we get back into it. So the longest that I've played has been 4 hours or a little bit more.
That's a long time. I mean, Yeah. Yeah.
It's a premium experience.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And Justine, from your side, how many of your tattoos are that long? Like, do you do that kind of extended work often?
Yeah. I think we can get a lot done in about 4 hours of tattooing, even 3 or so. And that's also the amount of time I think people start feeling like, I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
We can also, we can always usually stop around that time and then continue up again another day. Sometimes we'll do that. But,
yeah. So not a lot of marathon 10-hour sessions.
No, not that often, unless they're really out of town.
Right.
And we can make an exception with more breaks or things, but I really recommend it.
I think that, Justine, your body takes a toll at that too, because you're not painting on a ergonomically placed flat canvas. You're conforming to a body so you can get the tattoo on. Yeah. And believe me, most of the tattoo artists in Baltimore, I end up treating because they're occupationally not in good positions most of the day. Yeah, it's got to be leaning over a bowl.
Yeah.
Have a PT, so we're good. Yeah. I just what is today? Friday. Okay, I saw him 2 days ago, actually. So
Got that dude on speed dial. You're like, all right. I just was with Justine all weekend. I'm gonna need to see you for a couple days straight now.
That was actually one of my intentions, because he's one of my pretty good friends, and I was like, actually, I want to do some PT like sessions with you. So he asked what I wanted to get out of it, and I was like, well, my right shoulder, like, there's this pain when I do things for an extended period of time, but I want to be able to do 4-hour plus sound healings and not have to worry about my body aching the next few days.
Sure.
So yeah, that was one of the things that we were really focusing on, and gave me muscle groups to focus on building up to help my shoulders. So it's actually, I've been working with him for the full month of March, and I'm almost like, the pain in my body is almost completely gone.
That's wild.
It's like shrinking right now. So it's just like up in my neck and my back, but it's a lot smaller and way more manageable. So
yeah, I love these. I love that we're just a giant chemistry set, don't you? I mean, our body is just,
I do.
Yeah, like, you know, so complicated on some sides and so fucking simple on others, right? You're like, nope, just take better care of yourself, and this is fine. This is not as bad. You know, I'm like, okay, that's easy. Let's do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
And Kathryn, there's some research I found too, for if you want to get a natural anesthetic and reduce pain, physical pain, it happens at 174 hertz with the low gong or bass singing bowls.
Oh, and I do use a lot of the root singing bowls in the tattoo sessions, and then I have the gong.
All I can hear with low frequencies is fucking Mongolian throat singing. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
You say low frequencies. I'm like, guys, we already know
Mongolian throat singing.
Okay? Like,
I know. I've got to work on my Mongolian throat singing skills for our tattoo sessions.
Yeah, we already know the answer to this. Yeah. Well, I mean, make it a party, Kathryn. Find somebody local.
There's got to be. If you're on the West Coast, there's got to be somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. West Coast, I'm sure there's more than a couple throat singers out there that you could get your hands on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, especially in San Diego.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Let me just put out a blast to some community
I'm sure
groups.
there's a course at a community college.
Yeah. So Justine, from a client base thing, I assume that you kind of open this up to
your VIPs,
favorite clients first, your VIPs, right? Like you say, hey man, you want to take this up a notch? I got a thing.
And we're really promoting it now. It's
that's going to be my next question. Are you promoting it like broader? Because
we are, and it's such a premium experience. I always, when I think about it, I think of like this royal kind of experience where you'd have like a jester come to the king's court, right, and like play music for you live and make jokes for you, and it was this like live entertainment was such a part of royal culture that this is kind of that kind of thing we get to give now with such an intensive, high focused live interactive experience. And when the world is so AI and internet connecting, I think this is a really, really special way to be in physical space with people, and a really purposeful opportunity. So it's really, really different.
Yeah.
Different than favorite words today.
And so we have a few options for it. Like, you can meet us at Justine's studio, which is located in Orange City, or we can go to you, so that it's an even more.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but that it also creates a more intimate container, because now we're in your space, right? And so that energy, not only is it getting infused in your tattoo, your body, it's radiating out into the container that is your home. right?
Yeah, and you do it in a corner, and now every time you walk by that corner, I think you probably get possessed by the memory of that situation, right? Because you're like, oh, I remember sitting in this space, and I heard this noise, and I felt, yeah, which is definitely different. We glossed over it pretty fast because we were talking and yucking it up, but one thing I think is really interesting about what you're doing is you're creating a space where you're in, like, I think people can think of a tattoo as transactional a lot, right? Like people like, I'm going to get a tattoo, as though it's like a start and stop. And you guys are making it more of like an intention, Justine, to use your words, but an intention, right? Like and that makes it different. Like that's not just now getting a tattoo transactionally, but now you've got this whole thing. Are you sensing that too?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. This is not for the person that has something very specific that they want on their body replicated just like that or illustrated. Not at all. This is to really, really mark a deeply transformative, almost rite of passage in someone's life that cannot express visually. And then that's where I come in to help facilitate pulling that out. Some people feel that it already exists, the designs already exist within them, the symbols are already in them, and I'm just out to the surface. Some feel like it's really marking a change, and I'm no longer the same person that I was. I will forever be different from this moment because I've changed so much on the inside. I need to mark that physically on the outside, so I remember that. And some will come to me for, I had a consultation yesterday for a woman she went through a divorce a year ago and is having this like total reclamation of her sexual identity and needs to mark it on her body literally forever.
Sorry, I'm laughing because one of our other guests has a very similar story. Matt, I got you. She sent us 2 copies of this book, so I got to get that to you.
Perfect. Yeah, that's funny. No such thing as a coincidence. Huh?
Weird.
Yeah, or it's so funny. Like anything like that just doesn't have anything specific. No symbol exists to represent that.
So I didn't realize that you were just sort of inspirationally marking someone. I actually thought they were still going after sort of a preconceived, thing.
Can you give me a Calvin really urinating on a Ford symbol while... You're not getting too many of those tattoos.
No, we cannot.
Yeah,
but hey,
oh man, I want an Iron Man tattoo on my leg. Can you do that?
Like, can you give me an infinity symbol with the word faith in it? I'm sorry, I'm going to give you the worst ones. Can you give me a fairy sitting on the moon, on a crescent moon?
Yeah.
You will get referred to a different artist whose strong suit is those things.
Because I feel like clearly I've had.
He's already got a Calvin tattoo.
Why would I ever do that?
So he doesn't need another one.
He was listing his own tattoos. I know.
I was listing the tattoos on everybody I see with a red hat. But so you guys are both doing something, and what I think I love about it so much is, for me, like, getting a tattoo is so cathartic to begin with, right? Like on its own. And you have all of those ASMR qualities, right? The buzz, like green soap is one of my fucking favorite smells, which is the weirdest thing. It's like, and then there's a guy, Waverly Inc. He makes tattoo ink here in Waverly in Baltimore. And he sells green soap air fresheners that you hang in the car. And it's fucking awesome, right? Check him out. He's got really good ink too, right? So most of my tattoos are done with those. And then sound baths, of course, that's fucking cathartic, right? I mean, that puts you in a trance state within minutes.
Right.
And the two of them make so much sense together. I'm kind of upset we're not doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, So the way to speak to how Justine works, the first time I saw her, I was in a transitional point in my life. That was when I was like really starting to come to terms with the fact that it was time for me to let go of my entertainment career. And I kind of mentioned it when Matt and Tom, we talked the last time, where it was like this moment where I felt like, okay, I'm not a failure. It's just this isn't what is fulfilling me. And I was really starting to step into the health and wellness side. I was embracing my yoga practice more. And I had started working with the bowls, but not a lot. And I didn't think that I was going to make it like a career path by any means. But I went to see Justine and I was telling her, I'm like, I'm at this transitional point in my life. And I really want something to like empower me to step forward and to embrace this new aspect of myself in my life. And so that was when she was sitting in meditation with people, because I was one of the first people, I think, that Justine, you had tattooed in this way.
Right.
And, right? 2017.
Wow.
And so
transitioning from doing like general, like whatever walks in the door tattoos to really honing into this sort of intuitive kind of work.
Yeah. And two of my friends at the time had been to her and they were telling me about this intuitive tattoo process. And I went, I want another tattoo. I don't know what it is. So I need to experience what this intuitive tattoo process is. You know, I was living in LA. It was the thing to do. And
of course. Yes.
So when
this
she was in meditation, I know. Yeah, it does. She saw like these vines kind of growing up the side of my body, and then she asked if she could draw there, and I was like, okay. I was a little intimidated at first because I was like, the side of my body, like that's big area, but I was like, you know what, full trust. And she drew it and I absolutely loved it. I think there were like a few things that I wanted to tweak, but I loved the size and the way that it came out. It looks like it's almost a DNA double helix with vines that grow out and have leaves on them. And then in each little loop, there's different symbols, and each symbol became a different color. So it is very reminiscent to me of like, this was shifting almost my DNA out of, the rigid, hard set entertainment lifestyle into this free flowing place where I could really embody more fluidity in an open way. And then she touched like maybe several years later, she touched that tattoo up. And it was then when I was like, can I just like gift you like a 30-minute sound healing for this experience? And she was like, well, if you're not in too much pain, I'm like, I mean, I'm on adrenaline, and when I play, I'm not even going to feel anything. And then that's where the seed was planted, because she had just tattooed me. It was in her other studio at the time. And yeah, I remember she came out of that and she was like, I just saw like us working together, like me tattooing someone while you're playing. And then from there, like we kind of intertwined like a couple of times, and we would talk about it each time. And then finally, over the summer, we were like, it's time. Let's just
get this show on the road already. Yeah. That's awesome. And so now you got it out of your VIP circles. You're marketing it more widely. How are people sort of describing this to you or feeling about it? Like, I'm just curious what the reception has been like.
Well, I've been having clients really, it's piquing their interest. And okay, now this is something I really want to do. I really want to plan for this. I really want to save for this. I have a lot of out of town clients. So they're like, I'll be back. I'm going to plan this, I'm gonna come back in town and we're going to do this thing. So that's sort of what I'm kind of getting from it now, but it's still new. I mean, we just finished the website like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow. So you guys, this is new days for sure. Oh, cool.
Yeah. And the feedback that I've been getting from clients and people that I've been talking to about it is that they get blown away by the idea and they're like, oh my God, that's like so special, such a unique experience. And I had posted about it on my Instagram, and one of my friends reached out to me and she was like, oh my gosh, is this what you're doing now? I'm like, yeah, it's one of the things that I do now.
One of the things I'm doing now, yes.
She's like, that's amazing. And I'm like, well, whenever you're ready, it's here.
I will come. You will get my bath and Justine's gun, and machine, and we will make it happen. I'm actually curious. This could be my first tattoo. I don't know. This is
Matt
intriguing.
with like a barbed wire around his bicep.
Yeah.
He's of a certain age, is what I'm saying right there.
Can it be a double helix barbed wire though? Like I need it.
Okay, here's the big question. Do you want it to be barbed wire or do you want it to be more tribal?
Oh, you know what? Let's do barbed around tribal. Let's really put it into high gear. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just bring it.
I like it. Respect for the tribes, but also like showing how strong and fierce you are. Okay.
Oh man, yeah. Oh Lord. I'm laughing. By the way, years ago, I never got it.
Please get that tattoo.
Please get that tattoo.
He wants a giant cross over his heart.
Yeah. I went and saw a guy in Brooklyn to get a Tabori tattoo as my first tattoo, and I did it years ago, and it was like a 2-year waiting list. And I finally got off the waiting list like the week the financial crisis hit, and my business is in advertising. So like I went from having money to having less than zero money, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, by the way, this is Tabori, so it takes about 30 times longer than a regular tattoo, and you have to come back twice as much." I'm like, just give me a number. He's like, it's going to be like a big number, like maybe 5 digits. And I was like, okay, we're going to have to press pause on this. And then I never went back, and, but I have flirted with this before, but it's where I brought this up is I walked in our first meeting. He's like, listen, I just got to lay this out. There's no tribal tattoos. There's no sleeves or like wraps, nothing like this. And he does like Yakuza type, tattoos. And he's like, this is what I do. If you want anything else, get the fuck out of here right now. And I was like, I love you. You're like the best guy I've ever met.
Well, if you're doing a Japanese technique, you better be doing Japanese art, No,
absolutely.
I mean, that seems fair.
No Calvin and Hobbes with the beautiful Tabori. No. Yeah.
No.
And the barbed wire tribal thing, I don't know if I could have slipped that past him.
No, you absolutely not.
Be honest. I don't think that would have worked out.
What, you don't want that?
That was a very 1993 tattoo.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about handing over destiny of the tattoo to somebody. That's an intriguing amount of trust to throw in.
I will tell you, if you say, here's my idea, and you let the tattoo artist run with it, you get something infinitely better than you would have put together.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a weird thing that happens. Like you bond with that tattoo artist, like not in a fucking weird way, but it's like you've shared something. It's like that. You've been to war together or some shit. It's
yeah. Justine's smiling ear to ear.
And plus, it's like
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's because you also you've chosen that tattoo artist for a reason, right? So there's already something that you like about their art style.
Sure.
And so to go in and say this is exactly what I want
is a little
and
weird.
only this.
Yeah.
It's cutting off the artist integrity almost, because then you're just anyone can do that.
Right.
Anyone can just create a stencil of a design that you've taken in.
Yeah.
But to be able to be okay, so this is the idea that I want, but I also want your your style in here. So if you have suggestions, or if you see it a different way, like, let's talk about it, draw it out, let's see how that looks.
Right.
Justine and I have done a tattoo process similar to that, where I had an idea and I was like, I do want you to put your artistic spin on it, because like there's a reason why I want you to tattoo it, and it's on my right forearm. And so many of my friends say that it's a continuation of the one that I have on my side, and I'm like, that's really funny, because the same tattoo artist did both.
Yeah.
Like,
so Justine, now that you're doing this, it feels you like it. I feel like you like it a lot. Are you like annoyed when you have to do a non-sound bath tattoo? Is this like, no, you're like, I can't do this?
Why is it so
no
not
it's
calm?
this way or fuck off? Yeah.
Kathryn.
Yeah.
I have to put Spotify. No, it is such a rich experience to do this with Kathryn that it does. I will just say, anyone who this like piques their interest to, seriously save up and try it, because it is unlike any other tattoo experience. I mean, I'm doing regular ones on the day-to-day. I'm doing even the freehand intuitive ones, and they're beautiful and they're profound and they're transformational. But when we add the sound, like that's like eating a cake with real like grass-fed ingredients, and real sugar and real eggs from chickens that are fed bugs, not plastic corn. You know what I mean? So I think, not to discredit the other work I'm doing, but it's a different level of experience. It's a richness. This is a gourmet, like top-notch meal you're gonna do for a very special occasion kind of thing.
So you can't eat at a Michelin restaurant 5 days a week, right? Like it kind of loses its special sparkle after a little while, right?
Yeah.
And Kathryn, like how do you feel about that? I mean, is this like better doled out in small doses as well for you from your side? Is this something, do you have an inexhaustible resource for sound bathing?
Well, I do really enjoy it. And as I said before, I just get in the zone. It's like I channel once I start playing. So sometimes in my head, I'll be like, oh, after this, I'm going to play, F, and then I'll go into A. And then then all of a sudden it's like, I have a moment where I'm like, oh, I was going to go over here, but now I'm all the way over here and I'm working with B and the root at the same time. Like I'm doing B and C instead of what I thought I'd be doing. So I do think that it's good to do kind of sparsed out. So if we were to do like 4 in a week, I think that would be a bit too much.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just for both of our physical bodies.
Sure.
But doing like 1, 2 a week, maybe even if we have a month where we do like 3 in a week that are offset, where there's a day rest in between each one, would be like the max sweet spot for a week.
Right.
But it isn't something that I would be like every day I'm
I'm
to
out
work,
there
just doing 7 hours of sound healing.
Yeah.
That's intense.
I hear you. That is intense.
Yeah.
This sounds super interesting. And just to kind of bring it all home with like that, nothing's a coincidence thing. Like, I love that we're talking to you guys right now, but what's more interesting is that you guys are expressing through different ways something that many guests keep doing, this idea of frequency, this idea of intention, right? Like, these things are becoming like far less uncommon to hear out of people's mouths. And that's what I find to be interesting, because everyone's coming at it a different way, but they're all talking about the same thing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's how people get in touch with the idea of frequency and energy, right? Because there isn't going to be one singular thing that connects everybody. Like, this experience, as great as it is not going to be for everybody. Maybe they're afraid of needles. Maybe they don't actually enjoy the sound from crystal singing bowls. Like, there are people out there who don't enjoy it.
What crazy person
Goddamn
doesn't
fascists.
like singing bowls? Yeah, fucking what is wrong? Come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys said it. but
Yeah. I'm like, come on. Who
Matt
doesn't like those
knows my
bowls?
favorite word is fascist.
Yeah, it's literally
they're all
his favorite
fascists.
word, yeah, everyone's a fascist. Yeah,
Every one of them.
Goddamn
Everyone's a
bastards.
yeah.
And t-shirt slogan.
Yeah, everyone's a fascist. Yeah, there you go. And the t-shirt. We had to thank you for
That
keeping
would
us on
be
task,
horrible to
Kathryn.
stick on you guys. I like you too much.
Yeah. Like,
Oh no, that one's your quote,
It
Tom.
very well could be.
Right, yeah. Don't put my name on that one.
No, that's all Tom.
Yeah.
That's all you.
Yeah, maybe my t-shirt for you guys would be she'll let me get a Tweety Bird tattoo with a double helix. You know? No, still no. Okay, never mind. We'll
I mean, that
workshop
could be a t-shirt
Yeah.
if you want it, but you will not get that from us.
No. Yeah. Tweety Bird with birds. I mean, I don't know. This could be fun. You could have like a bird theme for the day. You know what I'm saying? Like we can layer in. No, I'm fucking with you. You wouldn't. No.
I mean, Justine was working on like a snake theme in a lot of her clients a couple months ago,
Oh, yeah.
so maybe it'll
Wrap like a
morph
boa
into
constrictor.
birds.
Yeah. You know what? I
that
gotta
is
tell you,
evolution.
I used to have a 9-foot python, and I loved the feeling of a snake around like my shoulders and neck, like the weight of it and the skin. It felt really cool. So there could be something there. There could be like a vibe to drop.
That
into
might be
there.
the
There's something-
t-shirt, and that's the weirdest thing I think I've ever heard Matt say.
Yeah, you know.
Love the feeling of a 9-foot python
Yeah.
wrapped around my neck and shoulders.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Gen Xer in me just wants to call you gay.
Yeah.
Seeing the design now
Yeah.
flowing across your shoulders and chest.
Yeah. That could be a thing.
Oh,
man.
the
Listen,
chest. Oh.
don't knock it till you try it. Those snakes, like they're pretty majestic creatures, right? There's an energy with the snake. It's kind of interesting, you know. Guys, I
That
could
was the
talk to you
most
about
yoga
this-
instructor thing that was said today,
Yeah,
right there,
okay,
Matt.
sorry, I've eclipsed. I've come
Well,
to the
see,
top.
and I'm so glad that Justine that you said that, because I was thinking that. I was like, here's the design of
Here's
the
the
tattoo.
design. Here's the design right here. We have figured it out. Yeah, that's
Going
funny.
across your shoulders, Matt, and then it's coming up your neck, and then wrapping around, coming over your
Oh,
head.
God.
That's
Oh, so it's only complete when you two stand next to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
I love this.
this.
I love it.
That's funny. Catherine's like, this is the show right here. We have now filmed episode 3. We understand where
Oh,
it's going.
God.
Yeah. So
It's
guys,
going to be a 2-parter. We'll start with you, Matt, and then Tom will be the next part.
right.
Oh, I cry during every tattoo, so I'm going to cry the whole time. Not
we got to work a Tweety Bird in there, something maybe in the mouth of the snake. You know what I mean? Like a little. No.
on the lip, inside of the lip.
God damn it! I want fucking barbed wire. Okay. Guys,
The snake can be wrapped around barbed wire.
It could. Catherine, you know what I'm going to say? It's that time when people stop listening. So we're going to have to.
Oh, I know.
We're going to have to
Oh,
wrap it up.
this up.
But guys, I literally would love to make 10 more shirts out of this. So we're going to have to workshop that, first of all. Second of all, I look very much forward to my Tweety Bird tattoo. And yeah, no, this is wild, man. I love what you guys are doing, and it's super interesting in like a million ways. So thank you for sharing that. That was cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having us on here.
I'm so
and I
glad
think
you
by
pitched
Tweety
it.
Bird, you meant python.
Yes, I probably did. Justine, you have not been on here before, so you don't know this, but we'll give you the first shout on this. This is the commercial spot where you guys tell everybody whatever you want to tell everybody, parting, socials, book you're coming out with, snake tattoos, whatever you want to show off. Here's the
How we
time.
get in touch with you?
How do we get in touch with you? All that stuff.
Cool. tattoosoundceremony.com, which is our new website.
I was wondering, could you make the URL just a little longer? I just wish it could be like 8 more words.
We tried to make it super simple.
Yeah.
So it has the 3 major things: tattoo, sound, ceremony.
It does. Yes. I love that you don't have to click on URLs anymore because there's so many URLs that like clients of mine and stuff have. And I'm like, who's going to remember? Oh, no one has to remember this shit. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
You could wildly misspell it in Korean and Google will still find it for you. It's fine. You know, so
Yeah.
I fucking love the site, by the way. It's gorgeous.
Oh, are you already looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
it? Thank you.
Yeah.
Tom has ADHD to like the highest level you've ever met.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised he didn't take a weed cookie this time.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
let me
No,
tell
that's
you,
the Thursday night shows.
my
Yeah, no,
my
we
my
can't.
patient, like I ate that third one, and then I went to bed. I had to hold on to the bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, why is this angled? It's not angled. I thought I was bobsledding that entire fucking night. It's terrible.
Scary.
Justine, those are the Thursday shows. They got a slightly different vibe.
Well, never trust the chef when they're like, I think it's 5 milligrams.
Yeah.
Like, and
Maybe.
she
I don't
came
know.
in. She goes, no, I think it was more like 30. I'm like, I ate fucking 90 milligrams at once.
I thought you just had one when we were recording the first time.
No, I had one before we got on, and then halfway through, I was like, wow, that feels pretty good. I'm going to eat. I think it was non sequitur, had nothing to do with anything. I said, I'm going to eat a second cookie. And you said, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the show, I was like, fuck it, let's eat the third.
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? You have a panic attack and think your bed's a bobsled.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I can't even imagine taking 90 milligrams. Are you fucking kidding me? That's like insanity.
Yeah, that sounds so scary.
It was not planned.
Yeah. It was not planned. Yeah. No. Hard pass, my friend. Hard pass. Ladies, thank you again. Kathryn, by the way, anything you want to pimp out while you're here?
Yeah.
Like, what do you got?
To mimic what Justine said, if you're ready for a very special, intimate, intuitive tattoo, check out tattoosoundceremony.com. You can find both of our Instagrams are on there. So if you're intrigued with Justine's artwork and tattoo process, you can reach out to her through Instagram. And if you want to connect more with me on Reiki or sound therapy or my neuroresonance method, you can reach out to me through my Instagram as well.
Awesome. And we'll link back to your other show with those too, so people can get a refresher course. So
Awesome. Thank you.
awesome. All right, guys. Thank you again.
Thank you
Have an
so
awesome
much, guys.
weekend, man. Yeah, appreciate your
Yeah,
time.
thank you.
Take care.
Be subversive, irreverent.
Health is wealth, but you knew that.
Everybody knows that.
But so is following us on social media at Irreverent Health. And check out our website for more exclusive content at irreverenthealth.com.
Oh, I like this.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Irreverent Health.